Welcome to the new era of college football, namely the transfer portal era, where one player can transfer to a new school for a semester, then transfer back to his previous school the next semester, such as the case here with Purdue quarterback Ryan Browne, who entered the transfer portal in December after Purdue fired Ryan Walters and hired Barry Odom, then transferred to North Carolina, went through spring ball with the Tar Heels, only to re-enter the transfer portal in April and end up returning to Purdue. So he'll be back at Purdue this summer. He'll go through practice with them, and he could actually be their best option at starting quarterback going into the season. But if you look at what Ryan Browne has done in his career so far in 2 seasons at Purdue, he's shown flashes of potential for sure. In 2023, he only appeared in 1 game, so obviously he redshirted. But in that 1 game appearance against Northwestern, he did go 12 of 16 for 104 yards, rushed for 85 yards, so showing off his dual threat capabilities, which is why he got recruited to Purdue in the first place, and why there's a lot of intrigue in his abilities as a quarterback. So in 2024, he did start 2 games for the Boilermakers in place of an injured Hudson Card. His biggest performance came against Illinois in what was a wild game where Illinois got up really big. Purdue came storming back in the second half, took it to overtime, and they ended up losing 50-49. But in that game, Browne went 18-26 for 297 yards, 3 touchdowns, 17 rushes, and 118 yards on the ground. So 415 yards of total offense in that game, showing off his capabilities as a quarterback, especially in the dual threat sense. So had a little bit of a more modest numbers against Oregon, and it was a blowout loss for Purdue. Had 93 yards passing, 48 yards rushing in that game. So overall on the season last year, he was 57% passer, 532 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 155 rushing yards on the ground. Now, I did mention Browne could be Purdue's best option at quarterback heading into year 1 under Barry Odom at Purdue, and that is because Odom and his staff brought in 3 transfer quarterbacks mid-year in Malachi Singleton out of Arkansas, Evans Chuba out of Washington State, and E.J. Colson out of UCF. None of those guys seem to separate themselves as the starting quarterback through spring ball. Therefore, Purdue's looking at other options at quarterback. Ryan Browne just became available, coming back home to Purdue. So it looks like, just in terms of what Barry Odom and his staff likes to run at UNLV, they obviously like dual threat guys. Ryan Browne fits that mode. So it's not a bold prediction to say Ryan Browne will be Purdue's starting quarterback by August, because when you look at the combination of Ryan Browne's playing style and what Barry Odom wants in his starting quarterback, it's really a perfect fit for both parties when you consider Browne's style of play and what Barry Odom likes in his quarterbacks, which is a dual threat playmaker. And the fact that Barry Odom wants to win right away at Purdue, he's almost overhauled the entire roster via the transfer portal in December and through the spring. So win now, Ryan Browne's probably your best option. So Ryan Browne, college transfer, intriguing story to follow in 2025.